It's a detective game, and the joke is that it's written in Prolog. It's basically a scientific language that is not intended to be used for games like at all. And you use predicates, and it evaluates predicate formulas in first-order logic. But it has this nice feature that I just basically put together predicates over like suspects in the story, and then I was testing as long as it told me that there is more than one suspect. So basically it solved the crime for me, and because it did it just using these predicates, you should be able to do it too. But I won't be doing it. I will just show you that like I can list my suspects, and then I can like ask if Paul gives alibi to Maria, and he doesn't, so I think, well, she did it. Yes. And she didn't.
I like that is true.
Yeah.
That is the thing, and it's true.
The thing is that everything in Prolog is like true or false, and the output is just like a side effect. Yeah, no.
You made a choice, no facts, it's true.
But the game will be up on the page, so you can figure out who's the killer on your own. So, that's all.
Thanks.
So
our goal was for today to just make a basic web game with an engine called Craftify. And this is what we've done. So we have this tile-based game where you have a knight. You can move the knight, and yeah, there's this little monster which flies around there, and you have to pass through the monster or not. And yeah, if you are able to make it, then your way is then directly to go to the chest there, and if you open the chest, you get a coin, and yeah, this is a silver one because Marcel died. And yeah, that's basically what we have, and we will implement some further levels later, and this is just the basic approach that we brought up here. All right. Yeah, thanks for saying.
Hi, Lisa. I wanted to do a web game today as well. I also wanted to optimize it for Firefox OS, so I have like a nice little web app and put it on the device, which I didn't get to today, but still I have a working game. So the game is called Quadrangle, because it was one of the themes to have like something minimalistic. And what I basically have is like the shape of the quadrangle in the middle is respawned randomly, and you have to, yeah, no time's up, choose what kind of, like what shape it is. Like imagine on a touch device that you have like quickly set things, and when the time's up you get your score. I wanted to put the high score on local storage so that you can actually have like a real high score board, but I didn't do that as well because I ran out of time. But it actually works, and I get like a little bit of feedback if it's wrong or right, and yeah. That's my game.
True, that's true.
Okay, so I'm Mikey. Created a game where there's a cube here, and what you can do is you can shoot, and you'll shoot the cubes that are on the back of the cube, the big cube. You can rotate the cube, and the goal is to, you can only shoot things when they're on the back, but they'll walk around the exterior of the cube and try and get on your screen, and when they get on your screen to the center, they hit you and blow up. And that's about all there is to the game. Not as fun as I thought it was going to be. It's distinctly lacking in fun, but it's technically local multiplayer because one person can shoot and one person can rotate the cube. And it's co-op or competitive because you can help them or just screw them over by turning the cube on. The 3D's in THREE.js, which works. And the engine would be an insult to engines to call it one, but it's just something I have hacked together that I use for jams when I don't need a real engine. Yeah, it's all in JS. But,
Alright, so our thought was to make a minimalist offline multiplayer game which also incorporates cubes. And an idea that we really liked was to have an asymmetric multiplayer where the different players have different goals. And so this is one of the two ideas that we came up. This is why we split up, so we could realize both of the ideas because we had enough programmers to do that. So then the idea is we have two players. The right player controls the cannon to the right, which shoots projectiles, and the player to the left drops the cubes. So on the left side, cubes are spawned, and whenever the left player is ready to put them onto the field, he or she puts them onto the field. And there are blocks of different durability. You see the black blocks are the strongest one. If you shoot them, they become red. If you shoot them again, they become green. So the idea is that kind of the left player builds kind of a fortress, pushing harder blocks to the right and weaker blocks to the left, and in theory the game would end at some point, and we would count how much points are on the field, and the right player would get points for shooting down blocks. So it's a competition whether the left player manages to build up enough blocks so the right player will shoot them down. The problem was it was boring. We tested it, we were brainstorming how could we salvage it, maybe if we try this, maybe if we try that. The problem was that basically the right player had almost nothing to do because there were no decisions to make. You could basically leave the mobile phone, you have a 50-50 chance of winning. And also the left player, it's almost obvious what you gotta do, put weak blocks to the left, strong blocks to the right. So this didn't really work, and we kind of tossed the idea and started a new one. So the idea now is like, you know those block games where you have to arrange several blocks of one color so they pop up and you get points for it. So we thought it would be cool if instead of like having a multiplayer where the people are separated from each other, we have a multiplayer where they build blocks against each other. So what you do is both players can drop blocks by clicking on the field. So if it isn't clear, this is basically a simulator for an iOS game. So you would play it on a mobile phone. If you look at the color indicates the color on the edges of the screen indicates the color of the block that will drop. And the rules are if two blocks of different colors collide, they just vanish and nothing happens. Now very good timing, awesome. So if one player arranges 3 blocks of one color, he or she gets a point. So we didn't get so far as to implement like an end of the game where the points are counted, but the general idea is that you basically have a competitive multiplayer a la Tetris or Blobby something, you know what I mean, kind of puzzle game where you play against each other. So this was our second idea, and yeah, thank you for listening.
Okay, ink tank, just until they open, or... Anyway, we are in an aquarium. There are 2 squids and an anglefish. What's his name? So I think you should start the game. And the squids, when they move, they can move fast, or they can make squares by like dragging, and they get slower when they paint. And the anglefish takes light into the painting and takes it out, or eats the people, stopping their building. And if your area gets over the area of somebody else, and you release it and paint, you stop the area that's being painted by another squirrel. I made it a little bit messy, but the point is like you need to have your color dominating the area or water dominating. So there are 3 players, purple, red and water. And the ones that has the bigger area at the end wins. And there are 2 different aims. So the squids play with a kind of like they paint, and the anglefish prevents painting with different tools. Thank you.
Side-scrolling game, like a puzzle, not really platformer basically, for 2 people on a local basis. Both of us can control every player can control one character, and the character has different abilities like jumping higher, and the big guy can punch the squirrel pretty much and smash stuff. And you can switch them, like you have a button and you switch the characters. And this is how we wanted to like put up puzzles. Like, for example, he can't jump over that shit, and so he got to smash it above it, and then you need to switch to. Okay, the controls are not perfect. Huh? Okay. So it worked out. We could smash the wall and then like switch back and get this. Okay. It's still very buggy, but and it's complicated with one keyboard. We didn't figure that out, and now you can get it. Yeah. Yeah, this is basically the mechanic, and we just made 2 levels. It's fun making it, especially punching squirrel.
Yeah, hello. I made a game called Stakkato. It's a game for Android or other mobile devices, and it's a very simple game. The only thing you have to do is tap on the touchscreen. So to demonstrate to you, there's more to it, but not much more. So you're tapping on the screen, and then you see that the bar fills up. And when you get to the top of the screen, you get to the next level, and you also have a time, and you get points, and and you can also level down if you're for a longer time on the bottom of the screen. And yeah, you do that for a few levels, and it gets harder and harder, and you have to tap faster and faster, and hope not to ruin your computer. And it's really hard on the computer. It's easier on the Android device. So I don't know if I can show you the next. Yeah, fuck it. So that's basically it. But in the later levels, you also the mission changes. So here you have the 1 finger tap. Later you also have 2 finger taps, 3 finger taps, 4 finger taps, 1 finger swipe, 2 finger swipe, and so on, and also pinching. So yeah, it gets more complex, and you will hate it in the end.
The game is like this. There are 2 players, they're playing cooperative together on one screen, and the yellow player can only interact with the yellow things. So he can shoot the yellow things, and the yellow monsters can hurt him. And the same with blue. So yellow kills yellow and blue kills blue. But the thing is, the yellow player is wearing the red glasses, so he can't see yellow at all. And the blue player is wearing the blue glasses, so he can't see blue at all. So the things that he can kill him and he has to kill, he can't see them. That's a problem, I guess. Luckily there's a solution for that. Because when you point at in a direction, there is the blue player has this blue ray going out there. And if you consult your cool glasses, you can actually see that the line is broken at a certain point. If you have, for example, it works really well with the red glasses. You see that the line, the nearly black line from the player down there, it's broken. Can anyone see that?
Yes.
Yes. No, cool. Okay, I'm the wrong one. Okay, we will probably die now.
Okay, there's one right behind you, right behind you.
Let's restart. Let's restart. So he has to point at the enemies, and he has also, so he has to tell me, oh, there's an enemy there, right behind you. Go to the left, go to the other, we will see it, I guess.
Okay.
There's an enemy, there's one. Fuck, I
there's
can
one,
kill him, right?
There's one.
Yeah. Up there! Down, 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 down! Move down, move down, move down! There's one too.
There's one.
Holy shit. There's one.
There's one.
There's one here. There's one here. There's one here. And there's one here. Yes. There's one. Oh gosh. Okay. Let's try it again. Okay. There's one right.
One right here.
Okay. There's one.
One right here. One right here.
There. Oh! Go down. Move down. Move down. Move up. Move up. Move up.
There's one right here. Right here.
Okay. There's one here.
8 o'clock.
And
One here.
okay. Oh gosh, I didn't miss them. And there's one there.
One right here.
Okay. And for you too. And there's
One
one
right
there.
here.
What are the enemies?
One right here. One right here.
Like monsters with tentacles or something.
And there's one there.
Rorschach things.
One right here. Right
And
here.
there's one.
Move down. Move. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And there's one there. Oh, it's really fast. Oh, shot. Oh. Oh.
Henry is going to play through the game. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. This is obviously not a minimalist or a cube game. This is a game about a home for the elderly or a nursing home that's close to where I live. We picked it because behind this nursing home is a gigantic graveyard. All the people are every day looking at the graveyard. When they get out of here, we removed a big sign here, a big billboard sign that we'll see later. We moved it a little bit to the side because it would ruin the game otherwise. So you can probably see the sign right here, which is this one. It says Prestatory. That means, what is it? Funeral services. So right outside the front doors of these people who are basically sitting there day by day, dying, there's like, oh hey, get your funeral services right over here, or get your new gravestones. So I thought it was a bit stupid, so we decided to make a small game about it. So basically the idea is that you're trying to escape, right? You're this old lady with this rollator thing, and you're trying to get away. So there are all these nurses. And basically the idea was, as soon as they got you into their field of view, like with the Metal Gear, they would go, hey! And you have to go back to some rooms. But unfortunately, we didn't get that in, so that part is missing.
So you win.
So what else did we have in mind? Oh right, there's like snow here and ice, so it's very slippery. Because the old lady has like this rollator, she can go over the ice, that's no problem at all. But all the people that would come after you, all the guards and all the nurses, they would slip on the ice and fall over and try to chase you, but you've got this rollator, so you're fine, you're fine. So you're constantly getting away, but you know, no matter where you go, no matter where you run, there's always all these reminders like gravestones and billboards, and get your funeral services, so you get completely depressed, and you know, life fades, and that's basically it.
First, I pitched a very bad idea, which everybody thought it's a great idea. Let's think about it and make it into a game. And we were not able to do that. It was too hard because the idea was too stupid. And like at 4 o'clock, we had a different idea.
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. Oh, that's great. So we tried a new thing, and I thought, we don't have much time, so I should code very bad. That would surely save me a lot of time. That didn't work out at all. There was like, everything was broken. And at some point, I really wasn't able to fix any of the bugs anymore. Like, it was too entangled and stupid. And so we were like, fuck it, let's do weird stuff. So, like, there are like 2 players to this game. One player can move the white thing. Move. You have to jump. You cannot. Nope. Okay, move with this one. So he can he can try to move left and right. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But he can jump. That always works. I'm the second player. I can press numbers and throw these things at him. No! And the goal is to get very up high in the air. But it's really hard. Best game ever. Now I will try to help him.
Don't waste them.
I'm now playing in cooperative mode. I'm trying to help him out, but it's really hard anyway. Oh God. Yeah. Good. Come on. Now you are very bad. Switch.
Play both roles.
Da, los.
Kill it.
Das muss mit.
Ich muss das.
Oh.
Yeah, that was cheating.
Oh, yeah, so that's it. That's the game.
Yeah, I'm a C++ developer and I brought my Linux machine, and so I had no previous game developing experience. And so it took me a while to kind of to read a bit about game developing, and I ended up using the Blender game engine. And so this is very minimalistic. The goal is to put the cylinder into the torus. Possible, I guess.
What is your goal?
Yes. Well, whatever. So, thank you.
Guess what? We made a minimalistic local multiplayer game with a cube. And the cube is basically your playing field. You can like drive around your cube like that. Yeah. And you can shoot. And don't shoot for a second. You can do like kind of like a billiard thing where you can shoot around, like hit him, or like do a over the bound shot. I can like, for example, like I can shoot him like that.
No, you can't.
No, and we basically try to kill each other.
Can we rotate the cube?
Nope.
Okay, so it's just 3 sides.
Yeah, you can just, we have to stay on these 3 sides.
Guess why?
Yeah, so we
Can you move while transiting the corners, or is it just...
Yes.
You can turn on the... Okay.
Yeah. I can, like, as a two-stick controller, I can, one stick I control the turret, and with the other stick I shoot. Yeah, and that's version 1.0, and in the next version we'll have a nice little, he made fantastic little obstacles and kind of like race tracks that we'll have in the next version. And maybe we'll also like do like a little racing version where both players like race around the cube and the cube is spinning at the same time. Yeah, that's
No, don't tell what they have to do. They're going to find out.
But that sounds pretty intuitive, so I just put the space bar.
It's actually less chaotic than it looks like.
Yes.
You can control it pretty well.
Putin wins, huh?
I want blood on my mouth.
Go away from me, man.
You are coming in. That was my territory.
Dude, all of this is my territory, man. Don't do Siberia and my horses, man. This is fun and weird, confusing kind of thing.
Yeah. No! Yeah, that's it.
So I said I usually make games, so I didn't today. But I'm really into procedural music generation now for a few weeks. For some reason, I don't know why. So it would be better with like actual speakers, but you can do stuff and it's actually interactive. So
and all the sounds and like this, it's all procedural generated. I think I've got one drum sample in there because I couldn't get my sample generator to work properly. But like the melody, which you'd hear if you'd have like proper speakers, is procedural generated, and the samples are procedural generated, and that's just Unity visualization in the background.
So you're not using the library for it, you're just generating. Oh,
yeah.
That's super cool.
So it's all done in Unity. There are like I think one extra sound file which is required, but that's it.
Cool. Fucking sweet. Yeah.